Welcome. In front of me is a Redmi Note 11 Pro Plus, and today I'll show you how you can set up this device. Anyway, once you boot it up for the first time, you should be presented with this screen right over here, and obviously you have only one choice here. Go to the next page, and from here find your desired language. Once you do so, on the next page you can then choose your region, but for me I already selected correct one, so I'm just gonna go to the next page from here, which allows me to select a keyboard. Now there's two options, Gboard or Google voice typing. So technically there is only one keyboard, because voice typing isn't necessarily typing. Now moving on to the next page, we have terms and conditions. We have the user agreement and privacy policy. You can read both of those if you're interested, but at the end of the day, you do need to check the box that you have read and agreed to it. And from there you can go to the next page, which is checking for SIM card. Now, you can insert your SIM card here, page before, or any other page. Even after the device is set up, you can do that at any point, and the card will work without any kind of problem. The reason it shows up here at all is because of the two options. You can either insert a SIM card or connect to Wi-Fi for mobile network, and those two, either one of those options, will give you the ability to log into your Google account throughout the setup process. After the setup has been completed without connecting, then you will need to go to the settings and go through a little bit more hassle. It won't be just neatly kind of showing up here. So anyway, let's move over to the next page, which is the network connection. I will be skipping that as well, which will then bring us to the Google services, which we have three different services: location scanning and sending user and diagnostic data. You can read exactly what these do, and if you don't like them, turn them off. Now moving on to the next page, we can set up some kind of screen lock on this page right here, and we have three different methods of protecting our phone. So we have screen lock, which will include PIN, pattern, or password. We have fingerprint and also face recognition. Now, when it comes down to the two bottom ones, which is fingerprint and face recognition, to use either one of them or even both, you will also need to set up a screen lock, that be PIN, pattern, or password. The reason for that is if something happens to your finger or your face, or maybe the sensors, and also user or some error of the device, you can always access your phone using PIN, pattern, or password. So there we go. Now I'm not going to be protecting my device, so I'm just going to skip this, which will then take me to additional settings. And again, just as before, you can disable whichever one you want. The only one that I will kind of focus on is the most egregious one, which is the personalized aids, this trash here. So it basically gathers data on what you search for, what you talk about, and then gives you ads based on your interest. It is absolutely invading your privacy, which I despise this. And even further so, if you try to turn it off like I just did, it brings up this shitty little window with reverse psychology of you try to turn off something. Hey, would you like to confirm it? Usually you have it on the right side, right? But no, not here. We have reverse psychology. It's on the other effing side here. Xiaomi, get rid of this. This has no place anywhere. So yeah, that's the only thing that I'll focus on, because any other toggle can be just turned off without any problem. Just this trash is the most annoying one, and also the most intrusive, so that's why I only focus on this. Now another thing that you will see below that is a wallpaper carousel, and the only reason I focus on that is because if you try to go to the next page, it comes up anyway for some reason. And what this is just basically a slideshow of pre-downloaded wallpapers by Xiaomi, and they only show up on your lock screen. So whenever you wake up the device, it will just cycle through one of the wallpapers that it randomly picks, and then when you turn off the screen and turn it back on, it will then have another wallpaper from the catalog that it has picked. If you want this, then select agree. If you don't care for this, then select don't agree, and this will turn it off and not use that feature. On the next page, we can now select our default launcher. Technically, that's kind of weird calling this a launcher. It just gives you the option on how you want to display your apps. Either have it in an app drawer or classically displayed on all of them on the home screen. Now, additionally, calling it classic is kind of weird, considering I think it's classic to iPhones. Android usually had an app drawer, So that would be the classic for this phone, but I digress. So choose whichever one you want. Now whenever you select one of them, as you can see, it animates it on how it works. So I prefer the app drawer, and that is what I'm going to be sticking with. And this completes the setup. So let's just tap on an arrow, wait for the phone to load apps. There we go, so it finally loaded the apps, and as you can see, we are now on the home screen. So anyway, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.